Blackstone presents Love at On Deck Café by Leah Dobrinska. This book is read by Sarah Naughton and Sean Patrick Hopkins.
In memory of Michael, and in thanksgiving for my village. Chapter 1. Julia. Julia Derks stood behind the counter at On Deck Café, but she may as well have been on top of the world. In fact, if she was offered an all-expenses-paid trip to anywhere else, she would turn it down. No doubt about it. This place was her pride and joy. Julia swept a content glance around the cafe as she poured a cup of coffee for Charlie Pazinski, one of her regulars. Her patrons sat on rich, caramel-colored leather benches, flanking tables she had personally salvaged and restored to make one-of-a-kind booths. Mismatched chairs she'd hunted down at estate sales and local antique shops were positioned around the remaining tables in the center of the dining room, infusing the space with an unpretentious, homey vibe. Wide, crank-open windows let in streaks of the summer morning sun, and light dappled the worn wooden floor. A hum of chatter filled the air as stories were shared and laughs exchanged. Julia topped off Charlie's mug with cream and a scoop of sugar, his fixed request. "Here you go, Charlie." Julia raised her voice to grab the attention of her hard-of-hearing customer, who also happened to be a dear family friend. She offered him a deep smile as he reached for his beverage. "Thank you kindly." Charlie tipped his hat and walked over to a table of his buddies, the village's crew of older gentlemen, referred to with affection as the Grandpa Patrol. They were all retired and did odd jobs around Mapleton, a small, close-knit community nestled in northeast Wisconsin. The Grandpas immediately started heckling Charlie over something or other, and their good-natured laughter echoed through the cafe, rising up and warming the room like steam from a hot drink. Yep, there was nowhere else Julia would rather be. A grin tugged at her lips as the brass bell over the door jingled, and a handsome man she didn't recognize strolled into the cafe. He looked left and right before his gaze collided with hers. Julia's pulse popped. Snubbing the flicker of heat working its way up her back, she tossed him a practiced smile before diverting her attention to the counter. She stepped.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?